seasonally did it. Great. Welcome to tonight's Shade Tree Commission meeting for November 14th. We have all members of the commission here today, and Riggs, and a guest. You want to be known? Okay. So, disposition of the minutes, was there any sort of issues or addendums to go to the minutes? Okay, can I have a move to accept the minutes?
Motion.
Thank you. Thank you. All that want to accept the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Great. There's no Title 33 or anything?
No, we don't have any Title 33 right-of-way permits for the board tonight.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Pretty quiet.
Okay, there's no Title 37 landscape ordinance issues either. Maintenance of the tree canopy? Okay.
I was able to get in contact with Safety Service Director Stone in September and get some watering systems on a few of the trees in town. Okay. Specifically the trees along Columbus Ave going down towards 33 and the oaks that were just planted on East State Street.
Right.
So hoping to continue with that, expand on that moving forward.
Great. It's helped that we've had a little rain.
Yeah.
So
fine.
Thank you. Any other information about maintenance of tree canopy? I think next year we need to maybe figure out a warning system for planting. Because I lost an arborvitae. I'm sad because it was like blocking out my neighbors. So people, I didn't think of watering, I mean, duh, but people need to be reminded because big trees can die. Absolutely. These sort of things. So thank you for doing that. Okay. Old business. First is update on the tree planting. There were 2 tree planting dates for Arbor Day, last Sunday and the Saturday before, on the weekend before. Approximately 50 trees were planted out behind the community center and along that riparian area. Lots of people came out to plant, and the Saturday was Dad's weekend, so there were a lot of dads out there doing it too. So it was very well done, and people really appreciated it. So hopefully next year we'll be able to do a similar thing.
I had one thing to add to that. So I was at the planting on Sunday.
Thank you.
And it was great. It went really well. But the only issue is that we had the trees that were delivered from our bank were like 2-inch caliper ball and burlap trees, and we had like half of our volunteers were children.
Oh,
and so it was really difficult to, even for adults, those are really hard trees to plant.
Okay.
And so I think moving forward, I think it's going to be important if we do more of these plantings, and when we do more of these plantings, to make sure that they're accessible to everyone who shows up, ideally smaller.
Smaller.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Sometimes we get what we get.
Yeah, sure, I
And
understand
maybe
that.
with ball and burlap, we can go and pre-position them or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of help them out. So, or make sure if we have to do it 2 days, that we have a mixture of trees. So there were a couple 7-gallon trees that were pretty big for people on Saturday. So, okay, great. That's good to know. Thank you. Anybody else? Okey-dokey. Code changes. Okay. I put together some code, and whether I can find it now. Right. Oh, there we go. Okay, this was the discussion that we had before about problems with the pollinator program, problems with the manufacturing program, manufacturing zones, and doing the exemption for 1 acre and larger lots not to be mowed. That was the 3 major things. I did look at whether we needed to change our term limits on the Shade Tree Commission, but instead of 2 years, they're 3 years, so that I think is probably a reasonable thing. 2 terms of 3 years, unless nobody wants to go on, and then you could probably go for another one. So the native pollinator friendly front yard program, the changes on it are in the yellow. It's now owner occupied is removed so it can be available for anybody in the city. And it has also identified that the Code Enforcement Office gets to pick which program to have the pollinator-friendly front yard program under. Right now, it's pollinator pathways, and so we will be doing more, hopefully, more outreach and education for people so that they know how to do that process. So that's what all the yellow is. Mostly it's taking it out. There probably should be something in there that says that they have to register their program, register their address after they get the okay from the program that we're using. So I have to do that. Okay. Does that make sense for people? Okay. Okay. The next one is the Title 41 site review plan, site plan review, which is something that's put in that all development mostly goes through. There was a question about how to make sure that the manufacturing doesn't have to go through landscape ordinances, because most of the manufacturing in town doesn't have any area for landscape, and they're all like cement oriented. So we've had problems. So we want to be able to exempt them from landscaping ordinances. So we put that in the Title 41 because they have a long list of all the things you have to do in order to do Title 41. And so it was listed down at the bottom to exempt manufacturing. Now, the other thing we talked about was manufacturing places and places, commercial development that's small, like Sonic, they should still have to do something for trees. You know, it's not fair that they don't have to go through the landscape ordinance, so they're not required to put any trees down, and that's not fair because they're getting a lot of benefit from all the other green infrastructure we have. And Sonic could do a tree, you know, the place that has what, Steak and Shake. They could do more than a tree that they put out there. Those should be illegal. They have one of those little weeping cherries out in front. It's so sad because it's by itself, and it's tortured, and they are not street trees, nor are they landscaping. So I fiddled around with it, and so you're gonna have to see how you like it and whether it will work. But the idea pretty much is that they have to do the section of the landscape ordinance that says if you don't have enough land, that you put it into the tree bank. So we can do it, depending on what algorithm we want to do for how many trees. But they should have to do one, you know. So I want you to review that language. Let's see. So the non-mowing was easy to do, and the manufacturing thing was following along with those other two descriptions. And then in the noxious weed, that's the undeveloped lots greater than 20 acres for the exemption for that. And I put invasives in along with noxious weeds. So.
And that's an exemption, meaning they don't have to mow if it's more than 20 acres?
More than 1 acre.
More than 1 acre.
20,000 square feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a half acre, yeah.
Half acre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, that makes it so much better.
For sure.
I wish we could, like, exempt anything under 150 feet, square feet. Because when we start looking at how much lawn mowing's going on,
Oh, yeah.
it's huge. I mean, where I live, in town, on Morris, there are gas lawnmowers or something running every single day.
Yep.
Every single day. And that means that all that noxious chemicals are going out into the greater land, and all that, the carbon and everything. So it's an issue, and I think that it's not, I don't think it can be fixed right now because I think that has to go through Lisa, because I'm not sure what can be done. But, I think that right now we're making people go through permit process to make good things happen, like doing pollinators. And it's just assumption that mowing your lawn is just like something that should be free and clear and everybody can just do it with no consequences. So I just would like for people to think about that and something that we might want to attack later, sort of thing. And then that's pretty much all the things that I put in here, so people can take a look at it and see when works better. There were two exemptions for the people doing manufacturing. You see which one works better for you. I think probably the first one. So, questions on that? You guys can look at it in bigger type and let me know. Send edits. I always appreciate. The other thing is that I think with this, because of the council's schedule going forward, that we should probably start putting it through in January. And in January, we can have all the edits and everything and anything else that needs to go, and then vote on it as a package and put it through. So, does that sound good? So, and we could do a dog and pony show. So maybe we'll bring, I don't know, props. We can bring props. Anyway, okay. No more questions from that? Okay, let's see. Now I need to go back to my okay. Oh, let me see yours.
The agenda.
Yeah, what's the next on the agenda? Oh, grants. There was discussion about writing in that grant for the Arbor Day. I'm not sure if that has happened.
I don't know, I'll find out.
Yeah.
That would have been Andrew Chicky that would
Yeah.
be taking care of that. I don't know the answer to that.
Right. And he's been working on the application for Arbor Day.
He's finished that and been submitted.
Okay, cool. Yay, awesome for Andrew. So, it will be interesting to see if we can get any other grants, and that's one thing that you'll be looking at too when you go to that conference.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Because I think that there's some out there. I know that there's some out there. Whether they'll be around after January, who knows. And Arbor Day, that's pretty much, Arbor Day was awesome. Now that we know about that, application is really good for Chicky to be able to do that. I thank him massively. So, Arbor Day is something that we do every year, and the mayor was out there. I noticed he wasn't planting trees, though. I'll have to get him out there in the rain. He heard me. So, any other questions on that? So,
We did have iTree
oh, that's right.
under new business.
New business. Okay.
To jump back to new business.
New business. Okay, I was looking at technology to be able to go forward with all the problems that we've been having about not having technology, being able to do, going out and doing citizen science, and being able to have people partake in helping us find our trees, and those sort of things. And I ran across the iTrees, which is a Forest Service product, which is free and has lots of capabilities. Mostly it's run on phones, though there is a PC-based option. I talked to Megan, who is our city planner, to find a home for it, and she's working on that. So it looks like it will be a go. You guys looked at it? You looked at it too? So
Yeah,
they gave it the technical thumbs up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good potential there.
Yeah, yeah, because I had some of my students look at it in the planning class that I do.
Okay.
Yeah, so they liked it, so that's good. So, maybe we need to accept it as a official thing. I don't know. What do you do for technology?
You don't need to do that.
We don't have to spend any money on it.
Right.
So, okay,
Download it.
yeah, me down.
You may want to, once it gets in place, you may want to announce it so that
Right.
residents know about it. Yeah, make sure it gets in those
Yeah.
announcements.
Yeah, maybe we can have like a little, maybe the mayor can announce it and not get dirty. So, he did get dirty. Okay, so that's the new business. Announcement, another business? Anything? No?
I thought I had something. Oh, I had a question that's kind of, I guess, just procedural. In terms of the code revisions, what is the proposal process for that? Do I just come up with a draft of things and bring it to you, and then we all talk about it at our next meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, we write up what you want and send it to me, and then we can fix it.
Okay.
And then what it does is that it will go, all the code revisions that we'll put together, it will go to Lisa and Debbie Walker to fix whatever problems there is and make sure that everything's legal.
Okay.
Then it can come back to us and we approve it, and then we go and take it to a committee in the city council, and then they work on it, and then they say yay or nay to coming out council committee, and then it goes in front of the council for 3 readings.
Okay. Got it. I'm just working on new tree protection
Yeah.
ordinances to kind of beef up our
Yep.
city code. So,
So, yes, so that's the process. So it's like, if it goes
cool.
smoothly, it's like a 6-week process.
Okay.
Just in front of council. That's why I don't want to start it this week,
Yeah, I
right now.
understand.
So, they have enough at the end of the year to deal with, because it's all budget time. Okay. Other questions? So normally we do not have a meeting in December because most people are gone and such, unless there's somebody who needs a landscape approval or permit.
If there is, I can send that to you. It actually doesn't have to go before the board. What we've done before is have a couple of people on the board look at it and make a recommendation, and we'll move forward with
Yeah.
that. So it's a little more expeditious to do it that way.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I think that's even a way that we can institute that process, because it's silly for people who come in, right after the second Thursday, and then they have to wait, and then it might be a month that we don't meet and stuff. So that makes much more sense. And I think we can put that in as some kind of protocol.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anything else for the good of the whole?
Oh, I would like to propose a new time for these meetings.
Okay.
Well, if we skip December, what is your school schedule next semester?
I don't know yet. But don't worry, my schedule won't be a huge issue. I only have 1 night class this semester, and I don't believe any next semester are going to be night classes.
What if we proposed 6 o'clock moving forward?
Moving it forward, we'd have to check with the room people and with Ryan. Ryan says yes. I'm more than happy to do at 6. Does that work for you? It works for everybody who has to leave and then come back. And so, much easier, 6 o'clock. So, great. Well, let's vote on that. Can you make a motion?
How do I do that?
Can you make a motion to change the time to 6 o'clock?
I make a motion to change the time to 6 o'clock.
Can I have
Second.
a second? All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, nay? Great, thank you.
Amazing.
I now ask for adjournment, unless, are you here to say anything? Okay. For adjournment of our
Motion to
meeting?
adjourn.
Okay,
Second.
thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.